Hi, I'm Danny with eTrailer, and today we're going to take a look at and I'm going to show you how to install the CURT Trailer Hitch for our 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Adding a hitch to your Grand Cherokee is going to allow you to use a variety of accessories like bike racks, cargo carriers, or even towing large campers. It does have a 2" by 2" hitch receiver opening, which will accommodate most accessories. It does have a gross trailer weight of 7,500 pounds. That is the trailer plus whatever's inside of it. And it has a max tongue weight of 750 pounds. That is the amount of max weight going down on the hitch in this direction. Now it is compatible with weight distribution, but those weight capacities will be the same. Now this hitch will need a 5/8" pin and clip, but they usually come with your accessories when you buy them, or you can purchase one here at eTrailer. I would recommend upgrading to a locking pin and clip just for that extra sense of security. The safety chain loops are pretty big, so they will accommodate a clevis style or an S-hook. Now I'll go ahead and get you a couple measurements you may need to know. So from the ground to the top of the hitch receiver opening is about 22 inches and a quarter. So that's important to know if you have a longer cargo carrier back here, and if you go up a steep hill, you want to make sure that doesn't bottom out. Now the next measurement is from the center of our hitch pin hole to the outside of our bumper here. And that's going to be about 2.5 inches. So that's good to know if you have a folding accessory like a bike rack and you want to make sure that doesn't come into contact with your bumper. As far as the install goes, it is a little extensive. You have to take off the rear fascia and there's a lot of little clips you're going to have to remove. But other than that, it's a bolt-on application and it's not too bad. I would, however, recommend getting trailer wiring if you are planning on towing, just to make everything legal on the road. If you don't have the time or tools to do that yourself, feel free to check out a dealer locator and we can find a professional in your area to do that for you. If you do get the hitch, please send us in a picture of your setup, whether you're using it for towing or for an accessory like a bike rack. Other than that, let's get into the install. To start off the installation, we opened up the hatch and you're gonna wanna get to the side here. And I'm gonna get this button removed, the flathead screwdriver. Kind of twist it off. You can just leave it hanging or you could pull it out. But that's going to reveal a 10mm socket. I'm going to get this removed. Now with the trim panel tool, I'm going to remove this black trim piece. I'm going to get up behind this and try and get this push pin style fastener out. All right, once you click that out, and work it the rest of the way off and set this to the side. I take the taillight off to make getting these fascia off a lot easier. So I'm going to take a T30 Torx bit and get this removed. I'm going to apply pressure outward on the taillight because it is held in with some pins facing the vehicle. So once that's unclipped, so there and there, these 3 alignment pins are the ones that are securing it in. So I just pulled those out. Now I'm going to pull this red tab out to get this plug unplugged. Under the vehicle here, I'm going to take these 2 10mm bolts out. And I'm going to take the 2 out on the driver's side as well. Now make sure that whatever you do to the driver's side, you're also doing to the passenger side. And now I'm going to go ahead and put some masking tape on the seams where we're going to be removing the fascia, so it gives it a little extra layer of protection. I'm going to get to this inside wheel well here, and there's going to be 4 bolts that we're going to have to remove. I got an 8mm socket. With those removed, I can now take this wheel well liner and get this peeled back. Now I'm going to pull gently on this fender, get these clips removed, working our way up just past this seam here. Now with this peeled back, I'm going to put some shop towels in here just to hold it in place. I'm going to get a 10mm ratchet here, ratcheting wrench, and get this bolt removed. There's going to be a clip that is clipping in the wire harnesses on both sides here. So I'm going to get this pulled out. The trim panel tool will make it easier to unclip. I'm going to push down on this white tab and get this unplugged. We can take the fascia off now, but I have seen that it does get caught up on this clip here. So I'm just going to get it prepped by pushing up on the fascia and pulling this clip off. So now it's not going to get caught there. If you are pulling it off, you can usually get a flathead screwdriver in there as well to help it. But now I'm going to get somebody to help me get this off. We're going to start the wheel well and pull at the seam here. Kind of work our way around. Once removed, we can set this in a safe location. Over on the passenger side, I'm going to remove this rubber isolator bracket. I'm just going to get a 13mm socket, get these 2 bolts removed, and this will hang down a little lower. There's going to be 3 bolts securing the bumper beam in place. I already removed the ones on the driver's side. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to remove these. They're a little bit hard to get to. This rear one, you're going to need to get a 21mm wrench. And once you get a couple turns with the wrench, you can back these out by hand. Now I'm going to get the other 2 off with a socket. And with all 3 removed on both sides, you can now remove the bumper beam. I'm going to go ahead and lift our hitch into place. And I marked in white the holes we are going to be using since we do have an L model, so we'll be using the ones closest to the cab. I'll go ahead and get this slid into where we need it. And we're going to be using these 2 closest holes to the rear hatch here. Get this lined up. And we get our hardware. And get a nut hand tight on both sides. Hold it into place. Now I'm going to get the bottom bolt in as well. Get this hand tight. Make sure your carriage bolt square is correctly seated within your hitch. Now this last one I can get by hand. It's just going to go here in the back. It does come with a fish wire in your kit, so if you have bigger hands or just having a hard time, you can run this through and thread your bolt on. And get it pulled through that way. Now we can tighten and torque everything down. I'm going to use a 3/4 inch socket and get these tightened down. I'm going to torque these down to the specs in the instructions. And if you don't have a torque wrench at home, you can purchase one from us at eTrailer, or you can usually just rent them from your local auto parts store. And now that's really it. Your hitch is secured. Now you can go ahead and put your fascia back up the same way we took it off. Don't forget to put your exhaust hangers back on and replug your electrical cables back in. With it all installed, you can simply remove this panel and you're ready to tow. And that was a look at the CURT Trailer Hitch for our 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Thanks for watching.